Hello, my name is Jennifer and I am the owner of Sacred Romance Floral Design. I'm out of Southern California, so I service Temecula, LA, San Diego, and everything in between, so it's a lot of fun. But I just want to make this video really quick because I love the detail software so much, I can't even deal. And they didn't ask me to make this video, I think if other people like really knew what's going on here, you would be like, oh my gosh. So really quickly, I'm just going to show you the awesomeness that I'm obsessed with. Quickly, I am only 3 years in. This is my second wedding season. I'm doing up to about 30 weddings a year. I tried to build my own system by using spreadsheets and like literally anything I could. I made up my own just worksheets and blah, blah, blah. I also freelance quite a bit, and I noticed that everyone has kind of just made their own system, and that's kind of tough to do, to be honest with you. I love arranging flowers, and I also love working in an office, but coming up with like all of everything and how you're going to do things and how you're going to contact your customers and what it's going to look like and how you're going to get your stuff together, it's hard. I was struggling with that until I went and worked for, shout out to Sweet Stems Floral, designed out of Temecula or Murrieta area. But I showed up to work for her one day and she just hands me something I'm about to show you. And I was like, whoa, this is awesome. So I checked it out and was sold. So here we go. You type in, you just enter in everything manually. So all the information they're giving you. I actually talk to my customers on the phone, or my potential customers, and bring up the information page, and I just ask them the questions and type it all in. It's there, it's entered, it's done. You have everything you need. If you don't know it, if they don't know a delivery time or what time the cake is being delivered or the photography starts, you just leave it blank. So you just basically start with like information. It's just like a worksheet like this, and you just go down the event name, the date, any notes, and then the start time from delivery of the personals or the bouquets all the way to strike. So you just fill all that out, any special locations they're being delivered to, and then you also have your vendor team, which I love because I find myself always going to post something and then I'm like, I have no idea who is this, who is that, who is that. And in this industry, I know people get mad when you don't give them credit. So if you just get all that information from the jump, like you can just reference back to this page, tag everybody, done. You don't have to go through emails or like go through your old Instagram posts or try to figure out, I don't know, that might be easy for other people, but I find that it's annoying for me to have to go back and figure out who was who, and I'm always missing someone, and people get mad if you don't tag them. It's like, okay. So you input all the information and it makes you this proposal. You send this to your customer. It has their, I wish this customer had prettier colors, but it puts their colors and their name, and so it's kind of cool. All your information, it just looks super legit, so I love it. It just has the event design, basically all the little information, your vendor team, the schedule, notes, anything that you've talked to them about would be on that page right there. So that's kind of cool. And this has any of the flowers that you're using. So I think customers love seeing this. They love seeing the actual individual blooms and rentals. So you put your rentals on here. The person isn't renting anything from me, but typically I would put the rentals on there, and so it'd have everything. And I think that's really, really cool. And then it just basically is like a normal invoice. It just, goes down, lists everything they're getting with photos and pricing. I love how it puts the details in there, and I love how it separates everything by the categories. I've been using QuickBooks, so it was just kind of one invoice of just everything. This is like bouquets, one section, and then the total. So I think that's really cool. Boutonnieres, everyone who's getting one, any notes. Corsages, same deal. It just goes throughout the entire event. Look at that. The altar pieces are up there, and the pictures are right there. So your customer is like, okay. So I actually put in the inspirational photos that they sent me. So it's cool. They see what they sent you right there on their invoice, and that makes them feel really, just peace of mind, I think. But it just goes through the whole thing, and then it has your contract. So I send this to people, and I say, if you want to go ahead and book me, please sign the last page, fill out the contract, sign it back, and then we discuss payment options. So they fill this out, and you enter all your stuff in. So I just copied and pasted everything from my website, because my contract is on my website. I just pasted it right in there. Lets them initial each section and then sign at the very last page. Then the final page is just basically everything, the cost breakdowns, your product, services, taxes, fees, payment address, client info, payment schedule, which is awesome. It updates, as you take payments, it updates, send them a fresh copy so they're always up to speed. Every time someone makes an edit or changes something, I update this and I send them a fresh copy. So they always have like the last copy. And then the week of, I send them this one more time and I say go over every single line and do one more signature. So there's no miscommunication when I show up, like, oh no, they're supposed to be, this has happened. This sign over there is supposed to be decorated, with all the eucalyptus and stuff. And I'm like, I got you, girl. I have my extra flowers. I have my tools. I'll make it happen. But it wasn't on the invoice. And you know how people are. And it's nice sometimes to be able to show people, like a mother of the bride who's freaking out and she's blaming you for something. You should have had this or you should have had that. No, this is my contract. This is what I promised I was bringing, and this is it. I never ran into that. I mean, we all know. We cover our bases, and we never really run into that problem. That's like your worst nightmare. Okay, this is what sold me. I need to make this quicker. Okay. As you put in the bridal bouquet, the boutonnieres, you put in the recipes as you go. So then it prints you your recipes. So you actually print this for your staff, and then it will just tell you exactly what goes in every single item. Not even the best part. Then it takes that. So you have completely designed your wedding literally as you're quoting, which is crazy to me. I'm obsessed. I think most of you do that, but I think some of us just kind of like throw pricing out there and then kind of freak out. But this, I mean, you put into the stem, like you put exactly how many roses is it growing in there, exactly how many Dusty Millers, I mean, down to the T, and then it makes your order for you. So then it makes your order, tells you everything you need, your projected expenses, so you can instantly see that and be like, oh, I'm over. So you might need to take some stems out of some recipes, change it up a bit. And then it basically just puts everything, what you need, the stem count that you have entered in. I have a master pricing sheet where I always, every invoice I go reference the master sheet. I take the highest I paid for it. I put it on one section, and I take the lowest I paid for it, and I put it on another section. So you can kind of gauge if your suppliers are like marking stuff up, and you can be like, okay, dude, no, quicksand roses were not this expensive a month ago, and here's the range of what I've paid for it. Why are they all of a sudden $28? I mean, I know why, because they're great, and everyone loves them. So anyway, so it just makes this for you, and then this is what happens with me. I overshoot every time because I want these big grand weddings, and we're on a budget here. So I then can see, oh, I overdid it, and then I edit until this number matches what I want to spend, which is roughly 30% of the overall budget. So makes your order for you. You can email this right to your customers. I just printed this out. I can send this right to my customers, or my supplier, I'm sorry. We've got the recipes. Last but not least, it prints you this executive summary, so everything on one page. For me, this is awesome because my mind needs to be organized like this. So I actually put all of my jobs in a sleeve like this. So like all of my paperwork just goes in these sleeves, and then this is my front page. And then I file these away, and then this is just I know who I'm working with. And everything's there. Payments, I mean, literally everything. What they're getting, how many centerpieces, how many, just all of it. And then, last but not least, this is for your delivery driver. It just prints out a nice little packet, all the information, and it's so nicely organized to where they just look, everything is there, they cannot miss a beat, and then a checklist. So as they load stuff, check it off. I make my people do this. I don't mess around with that. And then I actually go back and recheck everything off. when they deliver, they can check stuff off. There is a section to have someone sign, like they got everything. And I know rental companies do that, but I don't think us florists like need to be like bugging someone with a signature. I think we can, you know, we know what we delivered and blah, blah, blah. So that is it. Makes your order for you as you design. Like, it just saves you so much time and so much energy. And I wanted this video to be 5 minutes and it's 10. Go figure.